Hi grasshoppers, I hope you're all well on this very, very rainy day. I can see the rain out there and the sky is very, very grey. I hope you managed to get out for a walk. I managed to go for a run in the sunshine this morning before it started getting rainy. That was really nice. And I hope you had a nice well-being day yesterday. You did some nice things away from the screen, hopefully with your families. I decided I want to start doing a painting, so I started getting that ready. That was very nice, made me feel very relaxed. Okay, on this rainy Thursday afternoon, we are reading chapter 11, The Miracle. Charlie entered the shop and laid the damp 50-pence piece on the counter. "One Wonka's Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight," he said, remembering how much he had loved the one on his birthday. The man behind the counter looked fat and well fed. I wonder what he'd had for lunch. He had big lips and fat cheeks and a very fat neck. The fat around his neck bulged all around the top of his collar like a rubber ring. He turned and he reached behind him for the chocolate bar. Then he turned back again and handed it to Charlie. Charlie grabbed it and quickly tore off the wrapper and took an enormous bite. Then he took another and another. And oh, the joy of being able to cram large pieces of something sweet and solid into one's mouth. The sheer blissful joy of being able to fill one's mouth with rich, solid food. Remember, he was really hungry, wasn't he? "You look like you wanted that one, Sonny," the shopkeeper said pleasantly. Charlie nodded, his mouth bulging with chocolate. Can you show me Charlie bulging with his mouth with chocolate? I'm really enjoying it. The shopkeeper put Charlie's change on the counter. "Take it easy," he said. "It will give you a tummy ache if you swallow it like that without chewing." Charlie went on wolfing down the chocolate. He couldn't stop, and in less than half a minute, the whole thing had disappeared down his throat. He was quite out of breath, but he felt marvellously, extraordinarily happy. He reached out a hand to take the change. Then he paused. His eyes were just above the level of the counter. They were staring at the silver coins lying there. The coins were all 5-penny pieces. There were 9 of them altogether. Surely it wouldn't matter if he spent just one more. "I think," he said quietly, "I think I'll have just one more of those chocolate bars. The same kind as before, please." "Why not?" said the fat shopkeeper, reaching behind him again and taking another Whipple Scrumptious. Look, here's the shopkeeper. He's ordering his second bar of chocolate. Taking another Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight from the shelf. He laid it on the counter. Charlie picked it up and tore off the wrapper, and suddenly, from underneath the wrapper, there came a brilliant flash of gold. Charlie's heart stood still. "It's a golden ticket," screamed the shopkeeper, leaping about 1 foot in the air. "You've got a golden ticket. You've found the last golden ticket. Hey, would you believe it? Come and look at this. Everybody, the kids found Wonka's last golden ticket. There it is. It's right there in his hands." It seemed as though the shopkeeper might be going to have a fit. "In my shop too," he yelled. "He found it right here in my own little shop. Somebody call the newspapers quick and let them know. Watch out now, Sonny. Don't tear it up as you unwrap it. That's precious." He's very excited for him, isn't he? In a few seconds, there was a crowd of about 20 people clustering around Charlie. They're crowding around him. And many more pushing their way in from the street. Everybody wanted to get a look at the golden ticket and at the lucky finder. "Where is it?" somebody shouted. "Hold it up so we can all see it." "There it is," someone else shouted. "He's holding it in his hands. See, the gold's shining." "How did he manage to find it, I'd like to know?" a large boy shouted angrily. 20 bars a day I've been buying for weeks and weeks." "Think of all the free stuff he'll be getting too," another boy said enviously. "A lifetime supply." "He'll need it, the skinny little shrimp," a girl said, laughing. Charlie hadn't moved. He hadn't even unwrapped the golden ticket from around the chocolate. He was standing very still, holding it tightly with both hands while the crowd pushed and shouted all around him. He felt quite dizzy, and there was a peculiar floating sensation coming over him, as though he were floating up in the air like a balloon. You ever felt really overwhelmed when something's very exciting or very overwhelming? I think he's starting to feel a bit like that. His feet didn't seem to be touching the ground at all. He could hear his heart thumping away loudly somewhere in his throat. At that point, he became aware of a hand resting lightly on his shoulder, and when he looked up, he saw a tall man standing over him. "Listen," the man said, "I'll buy it from you. I'll give you £50. How about it, eh? And I'll give you a new bicycle as well. Okay?" Well, that's tough for Charlie, isn't it? Because his family really don't have much money, and they're really hungry. So that's going to be a tough decision for him, I think. What do you think? "Are you crazy?" shouted a woman who was standing equally close. "Why, I'd give him £200 for that ticket. You want to sell that ticket for £200, young man? Whew. That is quite enough of that," the fat shopkeeper shouted, pushing his way through the crowd and taking Charlie firmly by the arm. "Leave the kid alone, will you? Make way there, let him out." And to Charlie, as he led him to the door, he whispered, "Don't let anybody have it. Take it straight home quickly before you lose it. Run all the way and don't stop until you get there. You understand?" Charlie nodded. "You know something?" the fat shopkeeper said, pausing a moment and smiling at Charlie. "I have a feeling you needed a break like this. I'm awfully glad you got it. Good luck to you, Sonny." Oh, he sensed that Charlie was having a tough time. "Thank you," Charlie said, and off he went, running through the snow as fast as his legs would go. And as he flew past Mr. Willy Wonka's factory, he turned and waved at it and sang out, "I'll be seeing you! I'll be seeing you soon!" And 5 minutes later, he arrived at his own home. And we're going to find out tomorrow what his family say when he turns up. That's a pretty exciting part of the story, isn't it? Grasshoppers. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed. The nice thing about rain is that it sounds nice out of the window. The pitter-patter of the raindrops is always nice. So I hope you enjoy the pitter-patter of the raindrops today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.